Pay attention to the numbers. Hope you can see it. You have 7, 7, 7. There's 7 again. 7. This newspaper is July 6th. So 7/7 is what? That's July 7th. Right? What happened on July 7th? We all know what happened on July 7th. This day, Alton Sterling happened on July 6th. But on July 7th, 7/7, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Instant karma. So if July 6th, the cops supposedly shot Alton Sterling, and the day before the 7th, 2 killings happened. Castile, Sterling. So because of that, what happened to the police? These people are sick, man. Instant karma. What does that mean? That means because, see, the orchestrators of this are very sick. But because black men got killed, now whoever orchestrated all this madness was going to go after cops, because that's the instant karma related to killing black people. Right? This is how people that create all of these events think and operate. Numbers, universal patterns, symbols, and history. So this is the July 6th telling you that on July 7th, instant karma will happen to those that have killed unarmed black men. Coincidence? Let's see July 7th. What do we know? Right? So this is July 7th. Now this came out before the Dallas shooting. Same day, but the Dallas shooting happened at night on the 7th. This article came out, this paper came out the day before, the same day, but earlier in the day before the events happened. What does this say? More preparation. His hands were empty. Right? But the back is what gets you. Dark day. They're telling you that today is going to be a dark day. This is the July 7th Daily News. Dark day. Think about that. July 7th was a dark day. Because on July 6th, they was telling you that on July 7th, 7/7, instant karma will happen against the police. And instant karma came because this happened prior to the 7th. So because of that, instant karma came to create a dark day. I didn't write any of these at all. I didn't. Because this is all sick stuff. But this is how you can decode this in real time without being passive, because that's how things work. You understand? That's how things work. Dark day. This was there before the shooting, the day of, telling you that it was going to be a dark day. Could do this all day long. July 8th, after the dark day. Imagery. Pure imagery. All of this is to invoke fear and to stop you from becoming a better human being. Because there's no need for me to be seeing all this every day in the news. I should be hearing something educational, reading something educational to inform you to be a better person. But that's not what the news is for. It's predictive. Am I next, Daddy? This is the July 8th Daily News. Am I next? Right? Am I next? And on the front, it has all or most of the black men killed last year and this year, and maybe the year before, to gun violence at the hands of police. So obviously this is simple imagery. 2 black males, 1 father, 1 son. The father looking away where you can't see his face. The son looking innocent, and the caption says, "Am I next, Daddy?" This is fear propaganda, okay? News says cops' race killings must stop, right? Because the fact is, there's also white men that are killed by cops as well. People in general, you know. However, The propaganda has to have us divided and separate. There should not be a race war. Everybody should be working together. But because of the propaganda, we're meant to buy into it. We are not. But as usual, let's look at the back. There goes July again, right? This July forecasting. Told you before, it's the force of July, telling you to be careful. So you can protect yourself by doing the knowledge and decoding all of this. So if the force is in July, you need to be mindful of what's going on, because Mr. July is here. Now look at the symbols of this, right? You have two dark-skinned gentlemen on the front, in fear. Am I next, daddy? And all of the dead black men listed on the front. That's submissive position. Here you have two lighter-skinned gentlemen, symbolic of Caucasians, saying Mr. July. So on the front, you have the victims, the losers, the people that have lost. And here you have the light-skinned gentleman saying Mr. July. Now look at this picture carefully. Symbolic. This picture looks like a coronation. This is the position when someone is being crowned or knighted. This gentleman here is putting the hat on, or looks like he's putting the hat on. It's made to give you an image, like he's crowning this gentleman, who is Mr. July. So they are the winners. They are the losers. Winners, losers. In July. Now, you can only have a winner or loser if you're playing a game, period. These guys are losing in July, right? Because the force is in July. And these guys are winning. He's being crowned. Symbolic of the police. But look at the bottom. What does it say? You can only have winners or losers in the game. It's telling you to get in the game. You don't want to pay attention to this stuff? You want to withdraw? We're going to create more events, set up more fictional storylines until you pay attention to all this. If we took 90 days and didn't pay attention to none of this, no news, no emotionalism, no frenzies, all of this would change. That's the goal. People want to go march and protest and action. The goal is the opposite. I always say that your attention and time is precious because you cannot get it back. It's no different in the world. If you withdraw your attention from all this madness and get into yourself and becoming a better person, improving your quality of life, making more money, because let's be honest, if we was all paid more in the way that we wanted to, we wouldn't care about any of this. A, we can affect change. B, we'd be happier. And then C, we know that we'd feel secure. So that's the goal. But you have to get in the game. That's the game is your attention. The game is to get you in a frenzy so certain laws could be passed and freedoms restricted. If you and me, the masses, are not in the game of this race propaganda, then none of this can exist. But if we're in the game with our attention and believing in all this madness, it's going to get stronger like it's doing. But even more so, it's giving you blackjack, and the colors are red, black, and green. Now, when it comes to, black power and black people, Marcus Garvey created this flag with the red, black, and green. So these are associated with Africa and so-called African Americans. So the goal is to get you believe it, if you're black, that you're losing, right? Forgive the cops for whatever they did, because whatever goes down, you're going to get instant karma. Because you got to disarm hate, so you got to get active. So, get in the game with this phony race propaganda. Black people, you feel like you're losing, get in the game. We're always going to win. Crown us king. Or there'll be more of this. few more, and I'm gonna end it. It's endless. You could do it in your city, and this is just newspapers. There's so much other things. It's ridiculous. This is July 2nd. Second Amendment. Ohio's open carry law allows assault rifles at GOP convention area, but water guns are banned. High propaganda, right? Watch out for this damn election. I suggest everyone pay attention. They're going to come up with some crazy madness. More gun propaganda, anti-gun propaganda, right? What is this saying? I'll be back. Right? You got to get in the game. This race game and this gun game. Get in the game. If you don't get in the game and you don't pay attention to this, more events will happen. That's why I suggest everyone pull away from this crap. Don't look at it. Because if you don't, they'll be back. We might take a loss on our gun control failures. No problem. We'll take a loss. But you see these killers, they will be back. So the more gun control keeps getting defeated, and these trained killers don't do the, if these trained killers and their missions don't have the effect that's intended, trust and believe more events will be back to keep you in the game. More propaganda, right? Oh, hey, Mario, you know, you're bugging. This doesn't happen. Well, I'm not going to get too deep into this guy and what he did. I'm just going to do this for the purpose of the newspapers. Never forget, gentleman passed away, right? Again, see pages 4 and 5, right? Now, let's see if this matches. Because I could be a... Let's see if this matches. See page 4 and 5. Again, that's August. This is a July newspaper. This is July 3rd. So let's see if... Where's it at? So many damn newspapers. It's crazy. This is why sometimes clutter is good, because references are important. What do you know? See page 4 and 5. 4 and 5, right? That's August 4th, August 5th. Lo and behold. See page 4 and 5. So I would highlight August 4th, August 5th, because it's been told to you twice. Right? So these are the dates in August. If you want to, you know, test it out, take heed. August 4th and 5th again. I don't know how anybody can kill anybody. You know, just for no reason, just for profits. That's sick. But these people do it. So pay attention to those dates. Here we go again. Orange is not the new black. Okay? So, and then you have the other part, newspaper article with Donald Trump, Code Orange. So there's been a lot of orange, excuse me, a lot of orange symbolism, right? Orange. So when someone that's been fragmented and traumatized in different government programs, right, they see colors and things like that, those are triggers. Because see, when you go through trauma, if your brain goes through so much trauma and the corrective mechanisms are overrode, your brain shatters into pieces. And each piece can be mapped out like a grid. And each part of that grid can be programmed with a specific command. When that command is triggered by an image or words or whatever was attached to that symbol is how the person carries out their function. That's how killings are gotten. So you see this orange, Code Orange. And if you look at hospital code for Code Orange, it deals with mass casualties. Look it up. If you look at Code Orange in hospitals, right? Code Orange in hospitals deals with mass casualties, not individual, but mass casualties, mass victims, mass violence. And where did the Orlando Pulse shooting take place? The street was orange. In what county? Orange County. So orange symbolism. So we have colors and numbers. You see this, gentleman? Orange is not the new black. So this is cleaning off this. Orange is not the new black. Clear it away. So what is it? If orange is not the new black, then what is the new? Could orange be the new LGBT? Because Pulse happened in Orange County on Orange Avenue or Orange Lane or whatever. The street that Pulse, the nightclub Pulse, was on either an Orange Lane, Orange Road, or Orange Avenue or Orange Street. So what is orange? If it's not the new black, maybe it's the new LGBT. So when you see orange, that's symbols and patterns. So with that, I'm gonna conclude. I know this was wasn't a lot, but that's how you in real time can see how things operate by the newspapers. You know, I think I might have rushed through it, but you get the picture. You can do it wherever you're at. It's all about peace and love, and it's all about a better quality of life. But it's hard to have a better quality of life when there's artificial events happening and things set in motion by individuals that run the world, for you to have the kind of quality of life, me to have one that we should, unless you ignore all this nonsense. So with that, peace.